I've learned a lot in organizational behavior, but today I'm going to be talking specifically about how to balance your future. For example, we always talk about how important it is to find a career that you're passionate about. But we also have talked about how important it is to find those other aspects in your life that will help balance out your career. For example, faith, sports, friendships, future family, location. Those are all very important aspects to planning for your future. And so that's why we're going to dive in and look at what that means to have a balanced future. According to a recent Forbes article, 52% of people are unhappy at their jobs. The quality that made them happiest at their job was having an actual interest in their work. So it goes back to how important it is to find a passion and then find a career that matches that passion. Finding passion in your career is a very important part as it adds purpose to the job. However, according to a recent Barna research study, 23% of Americans find their identity in their career. While it's good that this number is less than a quarter of Americans, it is concerning that 23% think that their entire self revolves around their career. This means if you might ask them who they are or what they stand for, they might say their job title instead of any of the other important aspects of their life. And again, like we talked about, it is very important to stay balanced. This is a chart that we looked at during class. As you can see, there are 4 circles: self, work, community, and relationship. The self and the community circles are split down the middle. This signifies that you should find a sense of self and community both at your work and in your personal life. However, you shouldn't find your entire self at work or your entire community outside of work. You spend more hours at work each week than you do at home with your family. So this is important that you find importance in both. This chart is the perfect picture of balance. For me, I currently intern at Yelp. That takes up my whole entire work bubble. However, I do find a great sense of community there as I am friends with my boss and my other coworkers. I also find a sense of self there as I get to do things that I'm very passionate about, like marketing, social media, writing, and event planning. I also have the majority of my relationships are non-work, and therefore I feel like I currently have a good balance. And this is what I strive for next year when I go to find a real job as well. This is another chart that we talked about during class. It's a triangle. In other words, these 3 elements should balance each other out. First one is achieve, then affiliation, and finally autonomy. This is the chart that I'm most focused on for my future. First of all, I want to achieve in finding a career that I like. I want to be able to affiliate myself with people in the new city that I move to. For example, maybe through a church home, my work friends, hopefully other people. And then autonomy. I want to have independence in my job and be free to live on my own and make my own decisions. Lastly, there's a chart of motivation. The first one is survival, then the next level is safety, then connected, then growth, and then finally self-actualization. I believe right now I'm at the growth stage and that I'm looking for self-actualization next year when I'm living on my own and independent and with the first career that I've ever gotten to choose. I'm currently applying to jobs in Spain right now as I think it would really help me learn more about international business and also push me to learn Spanish. I think it would be a big struggle, but I think that it would be great for me, especially as I strive for self-actualization. These 3 charts that we went through today will help me as I look for a future career and are definitely something that I will keep in the back of my mind. Thank you for listening.